Or it's already staked its reputation as a fan favourite. It's Jeddah, and it's the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah street circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Norris, Perez, Stevens, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Stroll, Gasly, Sainz, Tsunoda, Albon, Bottas, Russell, Magnussen, Hamilton, Ricciardo, Sargent, Joe, and Nico Hülkenberg rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not. So we're getting close to the start of the race. What will this driver be experiencing? Big nerves? Big excitement? What?
Always extra nerves at the start of the race, Scruffy. It's probably at the start of the race, it's where your heart rate's at its highest in anticipation. And you've got to be in the right mindset. You've got to be thinking there inside the car, what can go right? How can I be opportunistic rather than what can go wrong? And how do I protect my position? Look forward and stay positive. It's easy to say, very hard to do when you're in that position.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap, please. We're learning the gears, so let's go through them all if you can. Perez ahead. Alonso behind you now. Decent parking. Let's try and get a good launch as the light. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. That start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you. Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. We've been handed a 3. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, information on Verstappen. They seem to have an issue. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. Okay, mate. Okay, car behind is Lando. They are faster than you. Do you understand? They are faster than you. Let them through, please, mate. Okay, mate, your teammates drop back a bit, so you can just forget about them and focus on your own race now. Get your head down, let's go. Sorry about that, mate. I know you don't want to hear it, but thanks for doing that. Let's now get your head down and get to the end of this race in the best way we can. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. We've got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. Understood, stopping this lap. Okay, off we go, back into the race. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Zhu ahead. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time, 1:34.4. Right, a gap to the teammate ahead of us, 18.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. They're in first. And the time last lap, 1:34.6. And gap to the car in front, 11.7 seconds. The car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now. Okay, mate, let's try and pick our moments where we use the RS. Let's try to be consistent with it going forward, please. Gap to your teammate ahead, 18.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. They're in first. Time last lap, 1:33.3. Lando's in the pits. Lando in the pits. Lando's coming in for his stop now. You're running low on ERS. Reminder that you can play around with ERS modes in the MFD or lift sometimes and ease onto the brake pedal for some manual recharge. Just follow the safety car, don't worry about the target, follow the safety car. Okay, we've got a full course caution, the safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta, we need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down, maintain positive delta. Okay, watch your pace, we've been informed the safety car is out. There appears to have been an issue with multiple stock vehicles on the track. Okay, we're coming up to the safe. You've got to give that position back, mate. We're under safety car conditions and you can't overtake. Return the position. Okay, the safety car's coming in this lap. We'll be pacing the field in sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car's into the pit lane. Right, there's a big incident in front of you. Red flag, red flag. We'll update you in the pits. Everyone's okay. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be... Right, get a nice advantage here. Let's have a think about how we handle the rest of this race. Okay, on track. Let's make the best of this restart. Let's go. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about. Good job, nice overtake. DRS has been enabled, DRS is now enabled. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Okay, mate, we're not using as much fuel as we predicted, which means we've got extra performance in hand, so let's push, push, and use it all up. Okay, clear. Okay, just follow the safety car. Don't worry about the target now. Okay, the safety car is out. Safety car is out. We need to form up at reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive. Okay, the officials have deployed the safety car due to multiple cars being stopped on track. Mind your delta. safety car is in this lap. Green flag. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Tyre condition still looking good. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Okay, you're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Let's keep pushing. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Só queria agradecer aos meus haters. Esta vitória é para vocês!
And that's 2 wins in a row now, of course, Crofty. And it marks the fact that it's not a fluke. So, you know, their head's in the right space. What more can we see going forwards?
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the McLaren team, and I'm very happy to see them there on that top step of the podium. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.